Okay, here we are. These are the locomotives I use to pull the California Zephyr. At the moment, these two are the new ones here. This one is the one you've seen before, and I've used that to run the California Zephyr in the past. This is a Burlington locomotive. This would have pulled California Zephyr between, I think, Chicago and probably Denver. This is an E7, as it says just on the side there. It's a very nice locomotive, very long, 6-axle unit, very heavy, very powerful thing. It's missing. There are actually pieces which go in the front there to make that a more sort of smoothed off pilot. So yeah, I'll put that aside for the moment, because the ones we want to focus on today are these. Now this one over here was manufactured by Proto 2000, who are the current Walthers line of, well, Lifelike by Walthers, line of particularly high detail models. For a while at least, I think they may have discontinued the line now, but for a while at least they also produced Proto 1000, which were kind of slightly less detailed, but nevertheless very good, high quality models, which certainly run very nicely, and they did a lot of freight stuff. But I think the best ones they did were these F units here, which were very, very reliable. My brother got a pair of them, which are in the Santa Fe blue and yellow freight livery. These are Western Pacific. That's the railroad that would have pulled the train from, well, I guess most of California, certainly, through the Feather River Canyon. I can't say that for some reason today. So yeah, this is by Proto 1000. I think it's a really, really nice model. One of the reasons I decided to get it was that this E7 on its own wasn't quite powerful enough to pull the whole train. However, 2 4-axle units as opposed to 1 6-axle unit might be able to do it slightly better, because it's 2 extra wheels of extra power. It's a whole extra truck of friction and, well, traction that should work, and it works very nicely, as I think the videos show. So let's get down to business. The F unit, first and foremost, is the nicest. Obviously the nicest one. I love the paint scheme around the front. It's one of the reasons I decided to get it. Let's take a quick look at the B unit. Now, it's obviously very finely detailed, but where they make up for calling it the Proto 1000 as opposed to 2000 is that these handrails are moulded on. They're not separately applied actual bits of wire, which I have to say I don't really notice the difference, because they're very solidly built models anyway. Roof detail, yeah, it's fairly Spartan, but looks perfectly good. You could probably do a lot of work on these and make them look really extra good. I like the Western Pacific logo on the side there, so yeah, it works perfectly fine. Only problem I've got with these two is that, look at the distance, coupler distance there. You end up with this enormous gap between the engine, and it's because these coupler brackets stick way out from the back of the locomotive. So maybe I can do something about that, although I don't want to affect the turning of this truck here. So, the F unit. All very crisply applied detail. I really like the light at the front. It shines bright yellow as opposed to white, which I quite like, actually. And it's very constant intensity. Doesn't flicker, which is one of the things that annoys me about trains, is that, you know, occasionally if the track's a bit dirty, then you'll end up with a very flickery headlight, which just looks really weird. Obviously the number is quite nicely applied. Some of them I have seen lately do actually light up when you go along, as they would have done. But I can't say that's a requirement. I don't think they have to do that. So yeah, the Western Pacific, that kind of wing, Art Deco-ish wing design at the front, I've always really liked that. It's one of the reasons I decided to get this engine, and also that big orange bonnet, which I've always really liked. In terms of running power and so on, it's brilliant. It does exactly what I wanted it to. Maybe at some point I'll get the Rio Grande locomotives as well, just so I've got the full set. But yeah, I think certainly for the moment I'm perfectly fine with these. So, see you next time.